Hello.
Hi everybody, welcome to Fumble, folks. This is our level 15 Chasing Shadows campaign. I'm Bree and I'm your DM. And these are my players. That way. Yeah, I'll let you introduce yourselves briefly. We'll end with Phil. Let's go, Ben.
Hi there, I'm Ben. I'm playing Solomon of Etristan, the half-orc full paladin. Currently petting a giant elk. Succinct.
Doran.
Hello, I am Doran. I play Brother Guy. He is a half wood elf. He's not a wood elf. I'm a half earth elf, half dragonkin. He is a cleric of Contier, death cleric. He also likes bones.
Bones.
He's currently preparing a ritual.
Yes. Cat.
I am playing Mistral Stormboots, a hill dwarf druid of a homebrew subclass called Circle of the Atmos, which is kind of focuses on atmospheric and weather things. And I believe she's recently been doing some nature shopping. She likes making potions, so she shops in nature for ingredients.
Oh, foraging!
I don't understand that word. You mean nature shopping?
It vibrated my chest.
You did, yeah. Right. Seb.
Hi, I'm Seb. I play Silver, the full earth elf, artificer / sorcerer, who's currently petting a robot doggy named Zero.
Zero. Cute. And Phil.
Hi. Concise. Right. What can we say about Lan? He's a fighter rogue. Lothario. He's totally full of himself. Oh, he's an earth elf as well. There we go. I enjoy playing him, but he's an asshole.
But he's our asshole.
But where's the rest? Okay,
He's nothing to do with my asshole. You can stay away from that.
We all share
God.
one symbolic asshole.
Look, you lot could adopt this asshole, but I'm good.
Oh, okay. Anyway, let's move on from assholes.
Never.
Okay. That's fair.
That's our entire gimmick.
I thought I was rolling once. Okay, but yeah. Anyway, shut up. But yeah, last we left off, the guys have come from Heed. They've stopped in the halfway and they've gone up to East Haven, are on a mission to find a couple of secret agents, operatives, people. They didn't really know what they looked like or what they were looking for. Possibly, I can't remember. I think I did tell them. There you go. Who the fuck knows? But yes, at East Haven, they did find what they were looking for. They did find, I suppose, the people they were looking for, part of this secret organization thing, in the form of Ollie, the Minotaur barman, and Phoenix, the tiefling bard. Yes. Yes. they have. I can't even remember. You know where to go now, and you've gone to see a clairvoyant, and that's where we left it. Because Guy wanted a mirror.
I did. My arch
Good.
nemesis.
What? A mirror?
My reflection.
Oh.
Wow, that's deep. Okay.
2003 called. They would like their Evanescence lyrics back, please.
Never. You will never get those back.
Oh, dear.
They are mine
Oh,
to claim.
God.
So dark and misunderstood.
That's
My entire
edgy.
character, man. Leave me alone.
It's my identity. Okay, yeah. So we left it while we were in this tiny little hut at the edge of the forest and the edge of the lake. Outside, you have like herbs and stuff growing, little like um, little garden type thing going on, and also animals and an elk that you're petting. Inside then, you have like loads of like witchy potions and ingredients and all sorts of stuff everywhere. And also, I believe the witch was called Diane. Yes, was she called Diane? I think so. I think Sam knows everything,
Yes, Diane.
which is useful. Good. Good. Because obviously I don't have any notes. That's fine. Who needs notes?
The DM.
Yeah, yes I do. I wrote this today. That's it. No, it's fine. I don't. I don't need notes.
I mean, I do. It's quite literally in my notes right here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wicked.
Hence why I share my notes with you every week.
Oh, did you share those with me?
Yes.
Oh.
Part
I'm pretty sure I
of
do
Solomon's
actually have-
diary. It's but written in both first character and third person.
Very cute.
So, just to make your life easier in case you misplace them.
Yeah, because the last thing I have here is the. I'm not even sure. I definitely wrote it down. But who knows?
Who knows?
Did you write it down
Who knows?
electronically?
Well, that is the question.
No, definitely not.
Oh! No. Oh, there it is. I actually have a thing for it. I'm so
Yay.
organized.
Lucky you
Golly.
go.
I just need a filing cabinet
Oh!
for each campaign.
I mean, I have a filing cabinet. Got it. I got my notes. I got a book and everything. Right. Yes, we were about to do a tarot reading for Dalan. That's what we were going to do.
Oh boy.
Shall we go to Guy? Shall we go to outside? What are you guys doing? Let's get into it before I just tell Dalan everything's going to go wrong.
I'm watching. I'm just watching this from by the door.
Guy
Yeah.
is in the room, but he is like maybe like not. It's not a very big house, so he's like maybe like a couple of feet away, preparing to the scrying ritual, because the witch wanted to help me, or wanted
Sure.
to aid me in doing the ritual.
Sure.
But he is here, kind of passively listening.
Okay. Silver and Solomon?
I mean, Silver would be with the robot dog. She probably would be watching as well because there's a bit of magic and she would be interested in how it works.
Cool. Yeah. You're small enough, you can fit in there. It's a bit cramped, but it's fine. Solomon, you staying outside?
Yes, I am currently with Morthon and the giant elk.
Oh yeah, we have a sidekick. I forgot about him.
We do. And I'm just going to start talking to him about some of the basics of any plants or anything that I can see nearby that might be of basic medicinal help. Because being something that a good soldier can do is survive anyways by knowing, yes, I'm aware, but you're inside.
But surely
Sorry.
you know that I've been foraging specifically to make potions.
Yes, I'm aware, but it's not to do for potions. It's what mushrooms can you eat? How do I distinguish that in case I get stuck, isolated from my unit?
All right, nerd.
What a nerd.
The basics of animal
Well-
husbandry.
Welcome to being
Yeah.
a soldier.
Who's nature shopping now?
I'm not nature shopping. I'm educated.
Now you're nature researching so that you can
I'm
do some nature
educated.
shopping.
I'm doing something productive while you're staring inside.
Swatting up on nature shopping.
I mean, you can come and help. You could probably tell him far more than I could.
Nah, this seems like it's going to be fun inside.
Okay. So, Delan, how are you feeling right now?
Delan is trying to appear that he's totally cool with the whole thing, but is actually probably a little bit nervous.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, so we have spent the last however many hours writing a tarot deck essentially for use in this and use of D&D use in our Kickstarter book. And we are going to try it out, which is very exciting. So she ushers you to sit down opposite her on like the tiny little rickety table, 2 chairs, and there's a stack of cards. Yes.
Dolan, do you wish us to be present for this?
I mean, I'm sure you've
Wait
got
inside.
I'm sure you got plenty of stuff that you can do. I'm sure it won't take too long.
Very well. Silver, Mistral, we should leave.
Boo.
Silver does actually say boo under her breath as she gets there.
Guy just nods to Dolan and leaves the room.
Yeah, won't be long.
Okay.
Do you want any kind of compensation for what you're about to do for me?
No. I feel like you need it. It's the
Sure.
counselling after that I charge for.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Haha. Little joke. But yeah, she shuffles the cards, and tells you to clear your mind and think about something that you may want an answer to.
Again, he tries to look like totally chill, but is not.
She knows everything about you. You're not chill. Cool. So I would like you to roll on that website that we've
Yep,
come across,
just setting it
because
up.
there is no mathematical formula for this yet.
We were trying to make it equal, but we're currently running off 44 cards. So
44. There's 44
so
at the moment. So
we've just gone
yeah.
to rolladie.net and just
You can
roll
roll a
a
d44.
44-sided dice, please. They're selling well in all the shops. Okay.
So yeah, that's all we're gonna do for this right now.
He kind of looks
Okay.
like he's too cool to do anything like careful breathing, but then just kind of is like, and
Cool. So she puts the 3 cards out and then turns the first one over.
and it is number 11.
11. This is the Hierophant. Hierophant. You're looking at the thing. And this card denotes spiritual wisdom, religious beliefs, and tradition. Tradition, religion, or spirituality has played an important part in your life so far. This card represents your past. And you may have felt a sense of belonging and community in your past.
Yeah.
She then turns. Yeah.
Yeah, sure I did. Yeah, sure, of course I did. And he's just like clipped leaves it at that is uncomfortable.
She then turns the middle card.
Which is 23 on the roll.
This is the Justice card. It denotes justice, fairness, truth, cause and effect, and the law. The truth is about to be revealed. Those who have wronged you will be forced to take responsibility for their actions. This is your present. This is currently happening in your life.
Really? Okay. Okay. All right then. And the third card is number 1.
Fucking brilliant. I love that. I was hoping that you would get this.
It's literally number 1.
Is that a fumble on the tarot?
It's the Fumble of the Tarot. This card. So she turns the card over, and on the card is a figure with a name at the bottom saying the Fool. The Fool. The Upright Fool. The very first card in the tarot. Card number 0. Denotes beginnings, innocence, and a free spirit. To get this card as your future card means an exciting new adventure is coming up. Keep your eyes open for new opportunities and don't let your fears get in the way.
All right. Well, that's the most positive way of saying it. Most people just call me a fucking idiot. But okay.
The Fool represents a journey. A journey through the cards of the tarot.
Well, yeah. We're all on a journey, aren't we? My future as a fool, huh? This one makes me a bit uncomfortable, and he taps on the Justice card.
The Justice card. Yeah. How so? Somebody wrongs you.
Yeah, they have. But if I've got a... Oh, God. God's fucking damn it. In order for that person to take responsibility for what they've done, I've got to go on a bright new journey. And I thought the journey would be somewhere I'd want to go, and I really don't want to fucking go there. Because of this fucking thing, and he taps like really angrily on the Hierophant card. I'd love to tell you I come from a religious family, but I don't. But traditions are an absolute fucking shit. Oh, fuck's sake. And he kind of like scrapes the chair back and stands up, and he's like gonna stomp out, and he kind of holds himself, and he's like, alright, sorry. Like,
They are just there to guide your decisions.
yeah. Oh, I should have just gone out and said hello to the fucking elk outside. Alright, well, I'm sorry I've gone all grumpy about it. Thank you. That has probably helped, even though I really don't want to admit it.
I'm glad.
Thank you.
After reading, it's always best to think about it and reflect on what happened. How do you feel? To reflect on how you feel.
Yeah. Uncomfortable, but that's only because, you know, when they... When you say go and fight a Tarask, it's all well and good when it's a country away, but when they put it right in your fucking face, it's not quite as comfortable, but it's right there. So you got to do something about it.
I hope I helped.
Oh, yeah, I'm grateful. I'm sorry that it sounds like you've ruined my day.
I am merely the one who turns the cards.
Yeah, what could I, exactly as to be expected. That's not you that's ruined the day. It's what I'm looking at here. It's me that's doing that. All right, thank you.
Despite the name, the Fool is a good card to have.
Yes.
Certainly not the worst.
It is. Yeah. All right, plenty to think about.
I saw your friends were interested in the magics behind this. If any of them want to do it, I'm more than happy.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll let him know. I'll let him know. I know we've got a mission to get underway, but I'm quite sure, considering what you're doing for us, we can. If you want to spend the time on it, then we're more than willing to do that for you as a bit of a thank you for the help you've given us.
It's more for you guys, really, to help you along.
Oh, you're so generous.
You notice that she's just stayed calm the whole time. She just hasn't she's barely moved, and she keeps looking at you wherever you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. I'll I'll go and speak to the others then, and we'll if no one's coming in, then we'll be sure to say goodbye before we head off. All right.
Sure. I think the I wanted needed to help with the scry
Oh no,
spell.
of course that ritual that with Brother Guy. Yeah. All right. I'll go and speak to him now.
Yeah, the one with the mask.
That's like that slight hesitation of like the fuck, like being like aware that blind people like would like that she would be able to be aware of how many people and size scope of them, but yeah, the one with the mask, and yeah, and then he'll go and head out of the cottage.
Oh, tell the druid she can take some herbs if she wishes.
Oh sure, she seems to take a liking to that. All right, and I'll head out the side then.
Assuming that Mister is probably outside looking at all the like the herbs and the flowers and stuff.
Yes,
Or
she's into that
or
sort
are
of
you
thing.
at the window?
Out the window. But she's very whelmed.
Does that say the fool or the fuck?
Oh,
What? He's the foot.
Does that mean he's got a foot fetish?
Guys, he got a foot card. Does anyone know what that means? No,
Oh,
if she
damn.
wants to give it a go, she
she's
can
very
come
much
in.
whelmed. Not underwhelmed or overwhelmed, just whelmed.
Whelmed. If you are actually genuinely at the window, she will look at you and be like,
Just walk away.
"What?"
Not for me, thank you.
I mean, Silver would 100% be up to it. She does believe half of it, but it's magic,
No.
so she would be interested.
Sitting there trying to figure it out as the cards are coming.
She's already inventing the card machine. She's got a card shuffling machine in her head. It's just like,
How was it, Dylan?
Hey, it was fine. Really, I don't really follow any of that. It's a bit like it's all kind of up in the air and open ended, really, isn't it? So I don't really pay that much attention to it. But it seemed like a friendly thing to do. She is doing us a favor and all that.
Dolan, do you? Hang on, I can answer my own question.
You can. Well, in that case, because I don't, because you didn't finish the question.
I did not finish my question. Okay.
What does she
yeah,
think
no,
you are? Some kind of psychic?
Yeah, I have internet. I am psychic. Guy, you can tell he's rattled.
Very well, friend.
Yeah,
As he-
although she's willing to draw some cards for any of you guys if you want in on some of that.
It would be interesting to get some questions answered.
Yeah,
She seems quite adept.
Oh, yes, very, very approachable. So, yeah, by all means, go on in. And
Silver, would you like to observe?
yes, if you will let me.
Very well. As he walks past Delan, he kind of puts his hand on his shoulder and just kind of squeezes it a little bit. And then carries on walking through the door.
I'll follow behind.
If anyone wishes to observe, there are no secrets within my mind, past, present, or future.
Oh, well, this should be good.
fucking terrifying.
Oh god, this is gonna be good.
We're gonna go and watch this one.
Delan kind of walks off towards where like the animal area is, and just like load of fucking rubbish. Anyway, don't fucking turn, and turns around and then walks back because he kind of wants to lean at the door and listen and see what happens to Guy.
Really hope he gets the full card so you're not the only fool.
We're just a bunch of fools.
Fumbling
Oh
fool.
god. One's everywhere.
A fumble fool.
Yeah. All right then. On behalf of Guy, Doran, please
Yes,
go to that website.
I have it prepared.
Good. Same thing again. She beckons you to sit down opposite her. Shuffles the cards and again says, "Clear your mind and think about something that you might want answered."
He closes his eyes and just deeply breathes and breathes out. And he looks to the audience that's gathered. My past is filled with dark and treachery. If you don't wish to know, I would leave now. And he looks towards the lady, and I'm going to roll a dice. That would be a 38.
She turns the first card over. Your past. It has a picture of a moon on it.
Dramatic.
But the card is upside down. This is the moon card in reverse. It represents genuine. It represents the release of fear, repressed emotion, and inner confusion. This is your past now. You have failed or even refused to listen to your intuition. Truths have come to the surface that you are unwilling to face. This is in your past. Learn from the experience.
He just nods. I have been, and I do continue to. Rolling again. 44.
The last card. She turns that over. It's upside down. This one is the world in reverse. And this is your present. It represents seeking personal closure. The end of a journey approaches, but you still have another hurdle. Find the solution to this delay to reach completion. Find the solution to this delay to reach completion.
He kind of looks and ponders for a moment. And re-rolls again. 31. All the high numbers. Oh no.
Uh-oh. Yeah, sorry.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you turn this one over. And the image depicts quite clearly a devil. It says the devil at the bottom. In your future, this is the devil card. It represents your shadow self, attachment, and restriction. And sexuality. I don't want to say that. Yeah.
No,
Makes sense.
we saw Guy Top last session, so you know.
in your future. This is a warning. Danger lies ahead of you. Examine why you are walking this path you are on. Ask yourself if it is self-destructive or harmful to others. Be honest with yourself. Tread carefully in these dangerous times.
He kind of just straightens up. I'm not aware of any danger. I must look deeper. Thank you, Elder. He gets up, looks to his friends. He just nods and goes to the side. That was very good. That was very good.
You had the moon. You had the moon card.
I had the moon card. I was just waiting for the death card to show up, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
But the moon is really good.
Yeah.
As soon as I heard the words "uh-oh," I was like, "Tower."
I was also part of me
Uh-oh.
was also kind of hoping that you were gonna like. I'm sure at least one of them like starts with like as in the past tense is like you come from like a place of love and acceptance or something like that. I'd be like,
Oh
oh
no.
Aw.
yeah.
She looks over directly at you, Silver.
Mm.
You're interested in the magics
Yes,
or the sciences?
bit of both. The workings of melding the two together.
It's very interesting.
Can I have a go?
Of course. Back as you sit down.
Yes.
She will do like she said, I need a minute first, and we'll do some kind of like very understated is the word, ritual while you're sat there with the cards in her hands. And after a minute, she will shuffle them again, and again clear your mind.
Would say, can I do an arcana? Try and figure out what she's doing.
Sure.
23.
23. What do you want to know? You want to know what she's doing, like magically?
Yeah, so like whether she's cleansing the cards or jinxing them.
Yeah.
Or...
Oh yeah, no, she is cleansing them between each reading. I should have said it in the other one. I didn't.
It didn't happen in the other one. I was like, oh, she doing?
Yeah, no, it didn't happen. Well, people left the room, so I don't know. But yeah, she should have done it. But yes, that's what she's doing. Anything else? More questions? No. Cool. So yes, clear your mind and think of something that you want answered. Open-ended, not closed-ended. Okay. So she shuffles the cards and lays three down on the table. Please roll a D44.
That's a 7.
S7. Cool. So this card turns it over. This card is the Empress. It denotes femininity, beauty, nature, and nurturing. Your past was one of abundance, whether that was love, riches, or value. The Empress reminds you to stay connected and appreciate your past and what you had. Yeah. She turns over. Yeah, unless you want to say.
I was going to say she probably just thinks back of her father when that says it.
Okay. Remember to have that question in your mind.
Yeah.
And she'll turn the other one over.
38.
38.
Hmm.
It's the moon. Reversed. Upside down. Same one as Guy had. Again, the moon reversed represents the release of fear and repressed emotion and inner confusion. In your present, you are in a negative place, one of confusion and anxiety. Someone is deceiving you, and it might even be yourself. This confusion is coming to an end, and you must see past that which holds you back to be ready for what happens next.
At that point, she pulls out a fidget toy that she's probably got after playing with it.
Cool.
The last one is a 10.
Jesus Christ.
Is it the tower? Please don't tell me it's the
It's not the tower,
Okay,
no.
it's fine.
So your past was the Empress. Your present was the moon reversed, and your future is the Emperor in reverse. Your future, the Emperor denotes domination, excessive control, and the lack of discipline. Conflict and confrontations are in your near future. You will likely find yourself in a struggle with someone in a position of authority.
It's not surprising. I conflict with people all the time. Thank you. Good talk.
She kind of reaches out to grab your hand just very gently before you leave.
Hmm.
He keeps his mask on for a reason. But he probably need to talk to him. And it would be beneficial for you too. For all of you. And then lets you go.
Duly noted. We'll go with that.
Yeah. That was terrible.
I fucking love it. Banned! Ah!
Ooh. Yeah.
Do you walk outside? Silver,
Yeah.
are you done?
Yes.
Would you like to aid us in the ritual to scry on these missing people?
Yes, I could try.
But if not, you can just observe. Maybe you find it interesting.
I mean, if you need my help, I can help.
Thank you. He heads back inside. Is everyone done with their tarot card readings now?
Solomon?
Solomon of Etristan. He kind of looks at you from like a field away.
If you're coming out to see him, then he will literally be with more thunder and go, so this mushroom is called the Dryad Saddle. It's quite good to eat. But you need to make sure that it's the correct one. If it's got the green underneath it, then that means that it's over-ripened and can be poisonous.
Yes, don't eat it when it's overripe.
If he's in earshot of Mistral, is she like? Well,
Oh my god, he knows his mushrooms.
What funky talk?
There are no words.
Only gifts.
I said I'm trying to distance myself from Mistral.
Good luck.
Tea. Uh.
But yeah, so he has given Morthan pages from his diary, so he can, and is also going to try and teach him to write as best he can as well, so he can learn to take notes and everything like that for future reference. Full dad teaching mode.
Yeah.
Has absolutely no interest in the tarot. Doesn't even know what you're all going to do.
Solomon of Etristan. Morthan.
Hello, brother.
The elder inside is doing tarot card readings. If you have questions unanswered, they may help. If you're interested.
I am okay, thank you, Brother Guy. I tend to want to forge my own fortune than feel that it's been predestined for me.
Very wise.
But you are welcome to if you would like, boy. If that is something you would like to do.
Actually, I'd really like it. Yeah, I mean, I have loads of questions.
By all means.
Thanks. He sort of gets up and sort of, well, very earnestly, like he kind of like was gonna go like excitedly, and then he was like, "Oh wait, I'm actually really scared of this," and then.
Would you like company?
Oh, I don't mind.
It's not whether you mind, it's whether you want it. I'm here to support you.
Thanks, Dad.
All right, Dad. Yeah, all right, I could be good.
Okay.
Show respect once you're in there. She is an elder. And just nods.
All right, of course.
Brother.
Yes.
The what does she refer to it as? Nature shopping?
Mistral. Yes.
Yes. Let her know that there's Lady's Mantle over there that might be useful for her medicinal herbs.
Will do.
And we'll just proceed to walk off, not thinking anything of it.
Ladies' mantle, eh?
Lady's Mantle.
Does Solomon know his way around a lady's mantle?
I mean, he's managed to keep a bard coming back for a number of years.
That's not hard though, isn't it?
Morthan.
Wow.
I mean, it usually is at that point.
That's it. We're officially in the toilet.
Fumble folks cancelled by bards everywhere.
Hey, I didn't say bards were easy. I said that my bard comes back.
Morthan.
I bet she does.
Oh Lord. I'm sorry.
Brother Guy's talking to you as an NPC.
Oh, hello. Yeah, sorry, Brother Guy. Go. I was reading the Twitch chat. Very sorry. Hello. Yes.
Morthan. The future, past and present, can be a private matter. Do you wish to have an audience or see to it alone?
I don't mind. I don't have much in my past or present, and hopefully not too much in my future. Well, no, a lot in the future. I know. I don't mind. You come and have a look.
I will. Thank you for this honor. And he carries on. As he walks past Mitchell, there is Lady's Mantle over there. Solomon told me to inform you.
Oh, thank you. I'll go to that thing.
Muted, Phil.
The lady over there,
Yeah.
she said that you're fine to take herbs and things. Like she saw you looking. We know what you like already. So
She saw me browsing.
Window shopping.
Window shopping.
There's no window. It's just field shopping, I guess. I don't know.
Looking in through the window.
No,
We're never going to get on with this campaign just because the druid is constantly going to be picking shit up.
Oh,
a herb. Trying to get from A to B and she's fucking gone.
That's why we encourage you to be the horse so that you can catch up to us.
Have blinders on.
You can just stick like a bag of feed on my face and hope I don't see. Blinkers.
and
Well,
rays mainly.
what I'll do is I'll tie some rare mushroom to your neck on a stick, so that it's just dangling here, so you have to keep walking forward for
I
it.
find that offensive.
But accurate.
Grumble, grumble.
Yeah.
Alright.
But yes, I will sit down with the boy.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Well, he will sit down opposite, and then
Mhm.
I guess maybe crouch because it's
That's fine then. I will just go crouch next to him and keep silent.
cool. Yeah. Ben, do you want to roll for him?
Yep, no problem.
Again, she has cleansed the cards. She shuffles the cards. Asks the boy to clear your mind, and think of something you want answered. And then she starts.
16, first of all.
So she turns the first card. 16. Okay. She turns the card, and the picture is of a chariot, but upside down. The chariot in reverse denotes self-discipline, opposition, and lack of direction. You gave up on something that was difficult or challenging. Maybe you are not sure what direction to take, or you lacked self-confidence. This is evident from your current state of mind. Yes. You can see that the boy is just proper thinking deeply about it. It says nothing. She turns to the next card.
13.
Oh. She turns the middle card, and it is the Lovers card. This represents love, harmony, relationships, and values. It's in your present. If love has not already captured your heart yet, it will soon. The seed has been planted, and it's your choice whether to let it grow or will. If you're already in a relationship, it's about to evolve into something more. You may need to make a decision about your level of commitment. Now, the Lovers can also denote relationships as well, not just romantic relationships. Yes. He's very confused at that one.
He's 15, I'm sure he is.
Yes.
blushing and
What? Um,
23.
23. Okay. She turns 23.
23.
See, I was gonna do the wrong. This one is justice, but not upside down. I think one already had justice. Gee. No,
Yeah, I
Dylan.
had justice.
Dylan.
Yeah.
Upright.
Yeah.
But as your present card, not as your
It's your
future.
present, not your future. So again, the justice represents fairness, truth, cause and effect. In your future, you must keep an open mind and listen to both sides when making a decision in your near future. As a reward for putting in the effort, Lady Justice will bring you love and success. At that one, he'll be like, "Oh, hey, look, Solomon, I'm gonna be successful if I work at it."
Only you would be, boy. Is there anything else you would like to ask the wise lady?
No. No. I don't think so. I really like your elk. Yeah. That's it.
Cool.
Thank you very much for doing that and seeing my future.
Gonna put a gold on the table for for services rendered. We pay our way everywhere. You may not feel you need the value of it, but I'm sure it will be beneficial to you, or someone may find benefit from it in the future.
You are a very wise man. Solomon of Estristan.
Thank you, Diane.
I know it's not your cup of tea, but would you like at least some guidance?
I think I am okay, if that is okay.
God damn it.
If you really want me to, I will.
I don't know. Do we want him to? Gang? Do we want to know what Solomon would have?
I would want to know what Solomon would do, but if Solomon does not want to do it, I don't
Exactly.
think it's a
Solomon-
good idea.
No, it's fine. It's you go. If it is okay with you, may I do this in private?
Of course. You
just
are
gonna
worried. Yeah, no, carry on.
Come, Morthan.
Okay.
Silver, are you here?
No, I'll be outside.
So Guy takes Morthan outside and then closes the door.
I don't need cards to know that you're worried about this.
Less worried, more apprehensive about what the future may entail. I know my past. I know what is going on in my present. It's the future that is uncertain, and having some semi-structured plan, whether I want to resist it or not, that is scary to me.
The future is ever changing, and what you do in your present affect your future. These cards are merely just advice for what you may come across in the future. Not set in stone.
We shall see whether for our sakes that is beneficial or not.
Have a seat.
You will sit down.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. So she says to clear your mind, think of a question that you want answered. Maybe just a subject.
Yep.
Turns first card. You don't know anything that anyone else has had.
Nope.
This card is the Fool in reverse. The Fool reversed is associated with recklessness and risk taking. In your past, you have been reckless and not considered the consequences of your actions.
He frowns heavily. And you can see... No, I suppose she wouldn't. She wouldn't see. And there's no one else there to see it. Okay.
Yeah. No, actually. Okay. Cool. I was mashing it back.
Yep,
Okay.
that's fine. I have responded.
So the Fool reverse. What did you say?
Secrets.
Secrets. But we both know that.
Mm-hmm.
She goes to turn the next one. You're
37.
present. Bloody hell, man. It's the moon again. The moon is everywhere, especially at night. There's two of them.
Guys should stop really hanging around Guy.
I know.
Definitely
Rubbed
having an
off.
effect on us.
The moon is not reversed time. The moon denotes illusion, fear, anxiety, subconscious. A truth lies hidden beneath the surface. Look inwards. Acknowledge your anxieties, but see past them and trust your intuition to seek it out. I believe he's writing in his diary.
I'm writing in my diary, but I'm also sending messages to you.
Yeah. Okay. And then the next card. The one you fear most. Turns the card.
23. I'm gonna get the fucking tower or some shit now, aren't I?
Death. Okay. It's the same one as the boy. Your futures are combined.
Justice.
Justice. Again, you must keep an open mind when and listen to both sides when making a decision in the future. Same as the boy. Lady Justice will reward your efforts with love and success. Not a bad card.
No.
And you are more connected than you think.
More to reflect on than I'm quite ready to at this moment. But thank you for confirming a suspicion that I felt was coming in my future. It is likely to be a decision I do not want to make, as has been every decision in my past.
Decisions are hard. But your past will teach your future.
Let us hope that I am as good a student as I am a teacher. At least for the boys' sake.
So the other way around.
Hmm.
Good of a teacher as you are student. Huh?
Needs to learn from his past.
Oh yeah.
He's doing okay by the boy at the moment, but he needs to learn as well.
You will be good for the boy. Don't fear it.
I don't fear what I can do for him. I fear what I can leave behind if I don't do him right.
Mm.
Many lives depend on my decisions. Come in. It is not a burden I ever thought that I was going to directly be in charge of.
There are 5 others out there who likely feel the same. Try and talk as someone who lives alone. It's good to talk.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah.
Specifically
4.
about the existence of the giant elk. I want to know whether it feels familiar or similar to Atlas.
So an insight check, you'd have to ask her a question or know or want something from her.
Okay.
Or do you want to? Yeah. You can do like an arcana or something.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
guess.
An arcana, if you want to call it. That's fine.
On the elk, yeah.
Yes.
Sure. Or in nature to see if it was actually nature.
They're both exactly the same, so only a 16.
16.
Yeah, because I got a big fat 0 on both of them.
Yeah. No, 16 is enough for you to know that it's most likely magical in nature. In nature.
Your
Just
companion.
the way it was holding itself.
Yeah. You are
Was it floating?
fortunate to.
There's something about this elk.
I still got my money on
Bright
it.
blue and it's floating.
Druid in wild shape that you just came up to him like, oh, you go look at the
It's my
juice.
sister.
There's something about the way it holds itself. Yeah, a foot off the ground.
It is often easier to speak with the companions that have been with us for longer than we can remember.
Mm.
How do you find it so easy to trust new people?
I am at an advantage, I have to admit.
I suppose you are. My judgment with people has not always been the best.
It's an endearing quality. One that can be learnt the more time you spend around people.
People are terrifying. They are bigger monsters than I've seen in all of my years. And as good-natured and well-intentioned as the people outside that door are, they have the possibility of becoming some of the biggest monsters that I've ever seen, if they chose to be.
If they chose to be. And that is true for everyone. Every single person on this earth. If you thought that of every single person, it would be a very lonely place.
It has been. But I am trying.
Yeah. You have
Thank you.
a common goal.
Yes.
You have a common goal with them. That is a good start.
It is a start. Is there anything that we can do for you before we head out?
No. It was nice to chat.
It was a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Same. Solomon of Etristan.
May I know your surname? Or are you just Diane of East Haven?
Diane of East Haven will work just fine.
A pleasure. I'm sure that we will interact again some point in the future. And he'll just, like, pull his suit to try and military bravado himself up a bit, and then just open the door. Ready, everyone?
As you stand up, I guess you don't stand up full height, but as you
Yeah.
stand up, you hit some like pans and
Oh.
like freaking,
I'm sorry. Oh.
just a clunk clunk clunk, and then like there's like leaves and foliage and stuff. Oh,
Literally, everything that is already not going to fall, he tries to go for it like it is going to fall, and hence starts making it fall, like the klutz that he is. Or just oh no, oh no, just
do you feel
make it more.
embarrassment at the moment? She will just pat you on the arm and say, "It's okay, dear. It's okay." Like I said, endearing. Now the one with a mask wanted help.
Yes, I will get him. And as I open the doors, just one conversation, Solomon. You just needed to do one conversation without making an ass of yourself. And then I'll go get Brother Guy.
Oh, cool.
Brother,
Yes.
our friendly spellcaster has requested you for the aid that you suck.
We're gonna try and find out the health of the people we're looking for.
Certainly.
Is everything all right?
Can I help in any way?
He kind of looks you up and down. Most likely, yes. Your
Light
aid was
blush.
appreciated.
Addressing me with his eyes.
There is a magical aura about you. You could aid.
I do not know about magic, but I have been told that my faith tends to resonate.
Solomon of Etristan. Faith can be a very powerful thing. Speaking from experience. Come.
And I will just follow his lead.
Cool.
Tempted to do what I was instructed and trust in the people who are with me.
Good. She knows. So
Is
who's
Mistral
in?
anywhere in a shot? Or has she run off into the forest? Doing druid things.
She went prancing off into the like mushroom, or was it herb field? Herb garden.
Okay.
So I guess it depends how big this property is.
Best leave you to it. He says under his breath as he walks inside the building. Silva, we're about to do the spell.
Oh, good.
Thank you for your aid again, Elder.
Of course. Who is it that you're seeking?
Missing agents.
Brilliant. You're muted, Phil?
Oh no, I'm outside.
Oh, okay, cool. Who's inside? Cool. Can people you can tell me out loud or you can message me. Just want to know how everyone is feeling. Characters.
Delan is making a show of like a set because I'm at is this really secluded area, or do you actually get to see the huge lake from where this is?
Yeah, it's like on the shore of the lake.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. So essentially, Delan is making a show of looking like he's assessing the landscape, how long it'll take to traverse it to get to where they want to go, and things like that. But is actually just lost in thought.
Cool. And feeling as well. I want to know feeling.
Oh, that's coming in a message. That's not for viewers and players.
Great.
Chasing Shadows After Dark, where that's a new tier on the Patreon.
Yeah, so just send me those, please. Everybody.
Outwardly, Guy is feeling and looking completely normal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like a normal.
His normal. And
then
feeling.
yeah. Feeling inwardly. You can message me if you want.
Yeah, I'll
easy.
message you.
Well, it's not easy. But yeah.
Silver is just Fitzchum with a toy outwardly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I messaged you what she feels like.
Yeah. And Mistral as well. Could just be happy, sad, anxious.
Even though Mistral's not in the cottage and stuff.
Hmm.
Okay.
I feel like Mistral's
yeah.
the only one who's happy because they're the only one who didn't do this.
She's just
Yeah.
blissfully ignorant.
Happy
Yay.
because lots of mushrooms to
Yeah,
pick from.
yeah. Outwardly,
Ignorance
at the very
is
least,
bliss.
she's pretty happy that she's got all this, stock to choose from. Just browsing,
Window shopping.
browsing the shelves that are rows of like shit, rows of like mud with stuff planted in it, crops. I don't know. I will have a think about what she's feeling inside and message you.
What's that? Sorry.
That
I'm
she'll
gonna-
think about it, then message you in a moment.
Oh yeah, sure. Cool. Good. Cool. Cool. Yeah, she will she hasn't asked anything or anything. She'll just sort of move stuff out of the way in order to do like a ritual circle thing. Unless you want to take the lead on that. Ski.
No, I'll let the master handle it.
Okay. Yeah, she will draw the circle and she'll get everything ready. She'll get all the stuff. And then she will hand it over to you. And then also will be like, well, everybody has energy within them. So I'd like you to all join me around the circle and hold hands to connect our energies. And then we'll hand it over to Guy.
Before he clasps hands and everyone, he goes into his bag. He pulls out the mirror that was recently given. He takes his old cloak, the one that's not billowing constantly. He folds it and puts the cloak folded in the center, and then places the mirror on top of it. And then around the mirror, he puts the glove that Silver found with the ball bearings inside. Not on top of the mirror, but also alongside the cloak. Focus on the glove ball bearings and try to imagine visage, the target we are seeking. Try and focus on the elf.
Okay.
And he grabs hands with Silver and Solomon.
Before you grab her hand, she's gonna wipe her hand on her trousers to get rid of the grime.
Okay.
Right.
Do
I don't know how this works, Bree? With the
yes,
multiple
do
people?
your scry spell. I'm gonna have a look at it.
Yoki doki. So, since we have a physical item of them,
Yeah.
they physical garment of possession. They have a -4 to their saving throw. It is a Wisdom saving throw, DC of 18. I don't know if that's increased with the multiple people using it. We're familiar with the target. You know the target. No, we don't know the target well. First hand, you've met the target. Second hand, you've heard of the target. They get a +5 to their saving throw.
Yeah.
But so they get +1 to the saving throw because it's minus by the 4 because we have a physical item of them. So whatever their wisdom saving throw is, and then +1.
Cool. And you reduce the difficulty by 1 per person. I have been told.
So
you
4 people. So it's another -4 then.
Yeah.
To the target.
Yeah.
Okay.
So technically they get a -3 to their
-3.
roll.
Yes.
Okay. As we're concentrating over the 10 minutes, the circle begins to glow, and a moon starts to appear and starts rotating in the mirror.
Ah, right, okay. I thought you meant like in the room, like a little moon. Like,
Little moon. Starts pulling everything in. It makes a black hole.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Okay, and what is the DC?
18.
Cool. -3. That is a fail.
Cool. So now, hold on. It's concentration up to 10 minutes. So for 10 minutes, we can hear and see what that particular person is doing.
Mhm.
I don't know if they're dead or not, if it works.
I don't think it says. I don't think it says that actually. It's just a creature on the same plane.
Mm-hmm.
Although they wouldn't have. No, they would have automatically failed those, possibly.
Yeah. So a physical sensor is placed within that creature's within 10 feet of that creature's space. It is visible. So if they can see invisibility, they can probably see the sensor.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, I don't think we can hear through it.
You can see and hear through the sensor as if you were
Okay.
there.
Okay, cool. Then, Mr. DM, what do we see / hear?
Yeah. So other versions of the spell, or not versions, but if we've seen this spell before, we are very used to having just one person and the sensor being focused on that person, and that you can see everything around you. It's somewhat the same, except you look around you and you can see the other people in the circle as well. You know that they are here and looking. What you see is a figure of a moon elf lying on the floor. The floor looks like rock, and what you can hear around you is a rush of water. So you are observing this figure for 10 minutes. You can, you know that this is the person that you are looking for, that you have scryed on. This is the right person. They haven't moved for the 10 minutes that. But if you look closely, then you can over the 10 minutes. Then you realize that they are breathing, that they are not dead.
I was going to say, could I make a medicine check? Do I see any physical injury? Is it just sleeping? Are they breathing normally? Like, do they seem thinner? Are they like malnutrition? Can I see like any marks or abrasions or anything like that?
Yeah. Do a medicine check.
That is a 27.
Okay. You see that they are slightly thinner, slightly malnutrition, possibly. Is the word. They are breathing shallow. They have a couple of grazes on their face. They have a cut on their head that has been bleeding and has dried. The cut itself has almost like it started to heal. So it has been there for a bit of time. It's not healed completely. It's only just started to heal. What else do you realize? They look to be in the kind of clothes that you would expect it to be in. I think I said it was traveler's clothes last time. They look dirty. And kind of pale looking, kind of gaunt
Hmm.
in a way. You can tell because there's bags under the eyes.
Can I see anything with their hands? Like, have they got like cuts, dirt under the fingernails? Like, have they do it look like they've been in a fight?
Yeah, so they have blood-stained clothes as well, but you can't see any injuries or anything like that on there. Their hands, again, everything is just kind of dirty. Their hands don't look necessarily hurt. But you do notice with the hands that they are bound.
They are bound.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see on their person, like the tracking bracelet, like Solomon has, or the necklace,
Mm-hmm.
and also their what little I can see of their environment? What can I see, as well? Is it the rocks look quite damp? Are they quite dry? Is there any source of light whatsoever? Like how are we? No, stuff like that.
Yeah. So it's really dark. It's not pitch black, but it's really dark. You can tell that the floor that they're lying on is kind of like a reddy kind of stone, and it's wet or like damp. You can't see anything else around other than just this. Just there's nothing else. It's just the floor. You can occasionally hear a drip, 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 but mostly it's like the background.
Awesome. You're muted, Ben.
Sorry, I was going to let you go ahead anyway. Does the floor look natural or carved?
Good question.
Natural. It's like a reddy stone cave floor.
Does it look like a stone or like a clay? It's red.
More stone. I think.
Damn it, Mistral, why are you not here so you can use stone cannon again?
Damn it! We should have got her.
Making use of those racial abilities that everybody forgets they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's
fine,
it
before
for
you can tell me about it.
That's it for Guy, if anyone else wants to look around or have anything specific. Oh yeah, I forgot. Did you say about the tracking bracelet? Did I see that?
You can't see that.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Yes. If there's nothing else, so after 10 minutes, this figure doesn't move. Everything stays the same as when you got there, and after 10 minutes, you're back in the cabin.
Guy starts immediately packing up starts unraveling the cloak and wrapping the mirror back into his old cloak. There is no time to wait. You've clearly been captured, and you're injured. You don't seem to be in immediate danger, but we should not dally.
Agreed.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Elder, for your aid. It is greatly appreciated.
Of course.
If there's
It's
anything you
nice to
need of
do
us,
such powerful magics. People.
hopefully we'll be able to do it again in the future. If there's anything you need of us, just let us know.
Oh. Yes, could you tell the druid that if she finds anything on your travel and you happen to be passing, and she has extra stuff, shopping things, then I would like to see what she comes up with, or what she finds.
Very well. Let's be off.
Stay safe.
You as well. Dangerous times. And
It
he
is
leaves.
indeed. Okay.
Delan, we must make haste quickly. Fetch Mitchell. I will get the horses.
You are
Muted.
muted, Phil.
Phil?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's Delan kind of like there's like a pause when you speak to him. He says, "Oh, right. Oh, you're done already. Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. I'll go get Mistral, and I will."
Okay. Good.
Oh, here's Mistral. Here she comes now.
Studio audience is like, "Yeah."
She comes on set.
I
In
just
fact-
imagine her carrying two like large paper bags. Just
Silver.
Hello.
Silver, you went with Delan on the excursion to find these people, correct?
yeah.
Is it an environment horses will be easily transversable? Or should we leave them here?
Yes. Silver 100% paid attention to her surroundings.
Guy remembers, but he wasn't there.
When Delan
thought-
joins them, he can
Yeah.
he can answer that.
Fair.
Uh,
For now,
It's-
Guy's preparing
it's a-
the horses then.
Yeah, it's a path almost all the way from what you could
Yeah.
you could see.
But would I know that, like, if we have we got an exact spot that we're aiming for yet?
Underneath the waterfall. Or behind the waterfall.
Yeah. So will the path go that way, or are we going to have to leave them at some point? I would have thought.
Let's have a good zoom in here.
Because I remember you mentioning that we would have to. It's like difficult terrain up until a point.
Yeah, so you head across dam. There's a path that goes to a certain point, and then it gets sort of hilly. Goes off the path, and then it gets rocky as you get into the divide.
I'm pretty
So
sure
you
I have
could
a spell that could tell me about the terrain.
Yeah.
If I prepared it.
If you prepared it.
I definitely did not prepare it today, but tomorrow.
Cool.
That could be useful tomorrow.
It takes a good 8 hours of continuous walking to get there.
We'll definitely need the horses to get there then.
And you could probably you could certainly take them up to a certain point if you choose there then. Before you get into the divide. That's what you
I don't think we should take them.
I also agree.
If we take them, then we would have to leave them somewhere.
In the divide.
In the divide.
Which they will be killed.
We're going to have to find somewhere to leave them on the way. Like, if we don't take the horses to get there, like that's gonna take days for us to walk on foot.
We either leave our horses to die,
or do we leave them to die? Like, what did you see? I wasn't even in there, so I don't actually know what you saw. What did you see?
The person we're after has been captured. They're injured, malnutritioned.
So
In the
they are
cave.
good,
In a
right?
cave.
They're
They're alive.
but they are not overly injured, which implies that they are not being tortured. They seem to be an asset of some sort to whomever holds them.
Albeit.
Why would the alternative be that our horses die?
Because we're leaving them in one of the most dangerous places on the continent.
And there's
Arguably the
no
most.
settlements or anything up there.
We are currently in it.
This is the closest settlement.
Yeah, there's not much else this far north, to be honest. But I still think we need the horses to get from where we are now across the lake and towards where we're going. We just need to find somewhere vaguely all right to leave them. If we lose them, that is bad. But you never know when you're gonna find a discarded cart on the side of the road, and then you've got. And I look across at my horse that I got from a cart that I found on the side of the road, and then you've got yourself a trusted steed. I don't relish the prospect of leading these poor things to their death, but we know that they're not dead. That at least one of these folks isn't dead. We've got to get to him.
You will. So you are out of town currently to the left. So you are going back near the town before you can through town to get to the other side.
When you say it
drop
take a
them
day
off
to walk, do you mean on foot or on horseback?
On horseback. So 8 hours.
Yeah, definitely need to take the horses.
Silver.
And it's like mid-afternoon, I think, by now. I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you guys did a lot of you did training and then you went.
Yeah.
So you were training till 2, and then you went.
Yep.
So you've been there for about an hour or 2.
Yeah. Solomon is shrinking a little bit as he's approaching you, Silver, about this, and just it's gonna do the whole shuffle and kind of kick the ground. You said before that you are okay to help with money, yes?
Yes.
Should we hire someone to take the horses back?
No, that shouldn't be necessary. I can summon my temple. We can put the horses in there. They will be safe.
How long does your temple stay?
24 hours.
We're probably going to be gone longer than that.
I have a spell that solves all our problems.
Oh, God.
You know how you take the piss because I can turn into a horse?
Yes.
I can turn all of us into horses. For 24 hours. I can effectively cast Wild Shape on any number of willing creatures.
You can turn me into a what?
It's a spell called Animal Shapes. And it basically describes the effects of Wild Shape, but I can cast it on any number of willing creatures that I can see within range. They must be in the form of a large or smaller beast with a challenge rating of 4 or lower. I can turn everyone into a warhorse.
If it's challenge rating of 4 or lower, we're finding something faster.
I can turn us all into what was it? Velociraptors. I don't know what this are.
Warbounder.
That sounds amazing.
Can we transform back at will?
Or
it lasts for the duration for each target, or until the target drops to 0 hit points or dies, so like wild shape. I can choose a different form for each target.
I would
You
like to imagine that we become like our inner animal.
your game stats are replaced by the stats of the chosen beast, except you retain your alignment, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. So like wild shape. You get the hit points of the new form, and when you revert to your normal form, you have the number of hit points you had before you transformed. It basically works the same as wild shape.
But we can't transform back.
Doesn't seem like you can transform back at will.
Would it be wise if some of us did not transform and roll them back?
Yeah, could do.
Who's riding who?
I am happy to be transformed.
Let me look up the CR.
I already have. I know what I'm pretty certain I knew what I wanted to be. I was making sure it was under the CR.
What's the CR?
4
Up
or
to
lower,
CR4.
and size large or smaller.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, 4. Jesus.
All right. Well,
I'd have
as
to rest first so I can prepare the spell, but yeah.
Yeah.
Fant.
so as
Stegosaurus?
we're thinking about what is Stegosaurus? No,
Oh wait,
Hello.
so do you not have it prepared yet?
No, I'd need to
Not
prepare it in the
prepared.
morning.
Oh,
So we could travel a bit.
we could walk and then.
But we can get someone to take the horses back, like Solomon suggested, and then we can just ride back rather than get them to come and meet us again.
Who? What?
Because
Yes.
we haven't got time to like do a long rest and
Oh,
that. We got to get there as
Yeah.
close as we can at least.
yeah. I mean, we'll travel probably till nightfall and then rest.
Yeah.
And then I can cast it in the morning, and we can be Stegosauruses
Yay!
by midday.
I mean, we can't because they're huge creatures.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna look at the size.
Baby?
A baby
It could be a
Stegosaurus?
juvenile Stegosaurus. Oh, killer whale.
Reluctantsheep? Wow.
Yeah. I already know what I'm going to be. Here is a list for everyone who's looking for one. Bugger.
All right.
All right. Yes. So yeah, as we decide what we're gonna do, we can go for a break.
I think so.
Okay.
right.
You can decide what animals you're gonna be, what plan you have, and stuff, and we'll be back in 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, we'll travel
Good
by
idea.
12 legs or many more.
More.
more legs.
Oh,
All right, we'll be back in a little bit, folks. We'll see you after the break.
alright.
Bye.
Bye.
It's the button. Hello.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. Hello.
Professionals.
Professional. Yeah. Hi. Yes. So, we were discussing off stream what animals they're gonna be, or what's happening. So, let's continue this conversation.
Yeah.
I want to know. So you can only do this spell after a long rest. So, are you doing that? Like, are you going back to town? Are you waiting there till the morning, or
how
are
far
you
away is
starting?
town?
It's just out. You were just outside town.
Okay.
10 minutes away.
Back to town then, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's of no benefit to us in terms of distance to travel today, because anywhere that we go, if we were following the road, would end up taking us roughly the same distance away.
Plus, we'd have to take the horse.
If we go
so
to the
that's gonna be-
right, it would technically be closer because the
Yeah, but if we need to reset for the spell anyway, we might as well.
it's why I'm much as I kind of like the thought of being a dinosaur. Something with wings might make more sense, because that means we can then do the short. We can do the long rest, which will allow you to prep that, and then we can just go in the morning.
How long would it take us to get across the lake, like as in like straight across if we were flying
as the crow flies.
with
Yes.
160 feet per turn speed?
So the halfway to East Haven was
3 days.
3 days. Yeah,
Was it?
yeah, walking.
Well,
Oh, shit.
carting.
No, it was
Carting.
two. It was 2
2 days. Yeah, because we arrived on the evening of the second day, so it would probably take us somewhere around 6 to 7 hours
It'll be
fly in.
So yeah, so that would be 16 hours there. Oh, look at that, 16. So that, yeah, it would be about the same then. I know I said 8 hours, but I didn't think about it.
So what would on foot it would be
it'd be
on foot at
16
like
hours.
normal.
It'd be essentially 2 days, or like you could
Fly there in
dash.
16 hours.
Yeah, as the crow flies, it's significantly faster, because obviously there's
It's
nothing
a
to.
lot faster.
So you're
It'd be like a few hours.
Yeah.
Like just a 2 or 3 hours.
In that
Yeah,
case,
there would be
I
no
vote,
obstacles. There would be nothing.
I vote we go back to the inn that we were staying at, have an early night, and then a very early start and fly.
Yeah,
straight there.
Delan wouldn't really want to. We need to get to this person to. I think so.
Yeah.
It's either that, or we just take the horses and go now.
Even then, we'll get there a day earlier if we fly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's just more stuff to do. So honestly, it's more beneficial to do it this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
Even
next
though
question
it feels like we're not doing anything.
Yeah.
I'm using a really cool spell.
Yes. Yes.
Go back and having a nice kip and a beer.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh!
The next question is, who wants to be a different animal or not an animal at all when we get there? Because you won't be able to tell me once you're in bird form. What was that, sorry, Guy?
I will do it if necessary.
As will I. Are we all turning into animals?
I preference no.
As long as we have enough to carry those who aren't.
We need at least 2 to transform to carry everyone on their back. Then it's 2, but then it's 2 per animal.
Okay. I better. Actually, well, I can keep changing people's forms once I'm in bird form, so it doesn't really matter whether I am or not. But if
how
Solomon
does the
and
kid feel about
Alan
being a
Yeah.
monster of some kind?
He is literally just like, what is happening?
So if Guy, Solomon, and Alan are the ones that
Pretty sure
transform,
you said something about a dinosaur
I
or
would
flying.
I would fucking love to be a dinosaur.
Welcome to the big leagues.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I vote Solomon, Dallin, and Guy are the ones that turn into eagles, if that's all okay. And then you can each carry one person. And then when we land, let me know now if you want to be something different or revert back to person.
Hey, when you initially talked about being a dinosaur, I was very excited about that. Giant lizards. Oh God. Yes,
So
please.
do you want to be an Allosaurus when we land?
I absolutely want to be an Allosaurus when we land. This is what.
I'm not sure I'd be able to go back to person form. I have to just drop the spell, I think. So it's either all back to people or not.
I will go with whatever shape feels correct. AKA the one that we discussed earlier.
Okay. Guy,
agree.
Guy, same? Alright. Okay.
Same. It's beneficial if we all stay in the animal form.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course it's beneficial. Look at that fucking giant lizard.
As long as you can fit inside the cave.
That's a good point.
Oh, sorry, I completely lost track of the actual purpose we're going up there. I was just excited about.
We'll all be large. So as long as large can fit.
You can change us into something smaller if the need is necessary.
True.
As in just to get into the mouth or what have you.
I think Delan would make a fantastic mouse.
I think you should stop that.
I can turn you into smaller.
I always picture him more as a weasel.
Lizards of varying sizes.
Weasels are nice.
Yeah, Delan doesn't know that. He looks horrified.
Maybe more of a goose. Plenty of neck to strangle.
Look, all right. Let's just start moving, shall we?
Just gonna gently push you, like clearly play in with you.
Yes, let's get some rest.
There you go. We've got a plan.
All right, let's get back.
All right.
This is what it means to hang with us, Mortal. You get to do cool shit like turn into a giant fucking bird, and then turn into a dinosaur when you land.
Do I get to turn into a bird?
If you want to, if that's okay with you.
I mean, it's a bird.
Sure, then, let's both. Yeah, sure. Let's both turn into birds.
Okay.
Oh my
god. What kind of bird?
What's it gonna be like when you have to poo? I've heard birds don't have the thing to stop them when they need to.
Just do it.
It just happens.
Just do it.
It just happens wherever you are. Oh.
You do it in the sky, and you can just shit on someone.
Dallin's really looking forward to that part.
I go over to Solomon.
Never mind.
It'll be this big.
Dallin wants to shit on people.
Silver's making a way back to town.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. What?
Yeah, just that's all needs to be said. Just Morthan. Morthan.
That's it. Buster's is giant bird.
I'm aware, but if I find out that you've actively been flying over city centres to shit on people, then you will never transform into a bird again.
Oh no, I was actually going to do it, but it would have been fun though.
Yes, probably, but come on.
Once you turn away, he's like, yes, little win. Tiny. He does have a sense of humor.
Of course he has a sense of humor, it's just not very good.
Oh. So, are you all transforming into birds?
Everyone except for Mistral and Silver.
Yeah.
So, Mistral and Silver are not.
And I think, Cat, that what the boy can transform into when we land is what the thing that you suggested and sent the image of.
The one that no one wanted.
I mean, it makes sense for
just as fast.
Yeah, just as fast.
Yeah.
It makes sense for his lineage.
Oh. Oh wait.
Okay.
Hold on, I'll highlight it in our conversation now.
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
I noticed a picture. I don't actually know what the name is of it.
Aurochs.
Yes, that one.
I mean, you could just tell me.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
fine. Okay.
Nope, that's the Alistair.
Nope.
Oh, there it is.
Yes, can we go to Ollie's Bar? I can't remember the actual name of the tavern.
Oh,
Oh, it's the
It's the flaming mushroom.
yeah.
Flaming Mushroom, thank you.
The mushrooms are on fire.
Then we'll walk. What time is it?
By
Like
the time we
late
get
afternoon.
Yeah, by the time you get back to town, it'll probably be about 6-ish.
At what time, sorry?
6 o'clock. 6 o'clock in the
Right.
evening.
Is Bob's Buds still open?
Sure it is. You catch him just as he's closing up.
I'm just gonna wander up to him and say, hello, sir. Yeah. Hi.
Wow.
I hope you are well. Could I ask for a bit of insight, please?
Yeah, so he's just an elderly man called Bob. Yeah, he looks up at you and obviously hasn't seen you before. Sure. What can I do for you?
Gonna open my diary and excitedly flick to that flower that we found the day prior. It's like, I saw this and it is beautiful, but I do not know what the name of the species is. Could you tell me so I can document it?
Oh, sure. He looks at it and I mean, there's a few of them dotted around. You got it from here, right?
No, got it from East Haven, but not specifically from here.
Yeah, from East Haven.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want me to tell you what the flower is?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be that cruel and get you to come up with a flower name on the spot.
Okay. Let's just Google it.
Yeah, sure.
All right. What color did I say it was?
Teal.
Did I say teal?
You did.
For God's sakes. Well, there ain't one. Let's just say that it's a pasque flower. Actual flower.
What's it called?
Pasque flower.
PASK?
PASQUE.
QUE.
Flower.
Thank you.
But teal.
Yes. Thank you, sir. I will leave you for the evening, but if you have anything of interest, I would quite like to come. And I like exotic flowers.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, we have. I'm gonna read this because it actually fits really well. It
Go ahead.
says that one of the first flowers to wake up in the spring, which it has. It bears lovely silvery foliage and cherry purple blooms. Teal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There you go. I mean, yeah. We have many exotic flowers from what we can find up in the forests stuff.
Yes. Thank you. I will hopefully be a patron soon. And we'll just start wondering if it's like Pascal flower. And just start everything that he wrote about it, he's just gonna write underneath it as a little note.
Cute. Very cute.
and then just get a bedroom in the Flaming Mushroom.
Yeah. Not going back to the not a brothel.
I'm not paying for that.
Which one was
I
more
don't. I
expensive?
wouldn't even ask Silver to pay for that.
Which one was the more expensive place?
The brothel.
Really?
Brothely
Okay, yeah,
place.
fuck that.
Yeah.
The flute and ogre. I mean, Delan's welcome to go back for the spinning bed if he wants it. With the built-in massage function.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm going back there to sleep. Yeah.
Cool. Splitting the party while you sleep. That's good. Who's where? Dylan by himself.
I'm
Right.
going with Dylan.
Ah,
We go into the mushroom.
cool. Yeah, unless you guys want to do anything in particular. Same setup as before. Ollie behind the bar. Phoenix is singing. And there are a few other bars. Not as busy as yesterday, but still busy. The other place is still empty.
I like the quiet.
Just walk up to Ollie and hello.
Hello.
Two
Again.
rooms. Three rooms. 2 rooms. You want a room
Help.
on your own, don't you, Silver? 4 rooms.
One for the boy? Is it one for the boy?
Yes. Or 4. Yeah, 4 rooms. We'll work out who's staying
Alright.
where.
Alright, 4 rooms. With breakfast.
Unless you want to be up very early, I don't imagine we're going to need breakfast.
I'll be up early.
Okay
How
then.
early?
Sunrise.
I think earlier than that. We were gonna head off once we finish resting. I think, because then we can be
Sunrise.
there. We can be there then in. Because if we leave it too late, because if it takes 16 hours and we leave at dawn, it'll be night by the time we
It's
get
like
there.
4 5 a.m.
Giant eagles do not have dark vision, so dawn.
Do you know that though?
We don't need dark vision. We just gotta fly straight.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
straight in what direction though?
Roll a
The people
nature
with dark
check
vision are on our heads.
if you want to know where the eagles can see in the dark.
I'm
Dawn.
not there.
Dawnity dawn.
Roll nature to see.
Yes.
Okay. I rolled
16.
I got
Pretty
16
sure
as
it's not a nocturnal bird.
I got 13.
Did you
That's
guys
fine. It
roll?
just means that it'll be evening when we get there. But then if we're going in a cave anyway, it makes no difference.
No, it's going to take 3 to 4 hours. We'll get there about midday because we're going as the crow flies.
I thought it was 16 hours still.
If we were walking directly,
Yeah.
but because we're flying,
Oh.
it's significantly less time.
It's literally
Okay.
a few hours.
All right then.
Yeah, we're going to get there about midday.
Yeah, you two are pretty sure they're not nocturnal birds.
In that case, yes, breakfast.
Got it. Did you say out loud that they're gonna change you to a bird?
No, Jen,
Okay.
this is all out of character.
Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah. Fun. Right. Anything else? No.
How much is the
Cool.
rooms?
Oh, silver? That makes sense? Yeah. Couple of silver?
Some
It's a very average.
I'll just put some on the table to pay for everyone.
Yeah, it's a very average price.
Just gonna take a gold off.
Ah. Okay, cool. Okay then. Yeah. Shall we go over to the map?
Sure thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, all set up and ready. Yes, from your side.
Yeah, just heat
Yep, certainly.
Ascana.
Wee.
I have done my spells. I'm ready for the day.
Make sure you do your spells. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, there is the map of Ascana. Can you zoom in on we are.
Yes.
Just zoom in on Roll20. You don't have to do anything else. There we go. Yay! Yeah. Awesome. All right.
Nice.
So, plan is to change into giant eagles and fly across to the other side of the lake.
Yes.
And what happens when you get there? Do you land somewhere near, or do you?
Oh
Yeah.
We land
boy.
somewhere
Yeah.
near because we land somewhere near because water and feathers don't mix.
They
where?
do.
What are we
If you make me a
expecting to
giant
find?
duck.
Yeah, what are we expecting to find when we get there?
Nothing
Cool.
good.
So, if you're going, I'm not going to tell you anything because you can't speak in animal form. So I'm not going to say anything.
I'll say two of us.
I mean, giant eagles can speak to each other.
two of us also aren't animals.
No, because you keep
Right,
your
we can't speak.
intelligence.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
right,
can-
that's fair.
Mm.
You can try and make sounds, but it'll be squawky sounds that no one else will understand.
Oh wait, do we not
Squawk once for yes, twice for no.
discuss where we're landing before we turn into eagle?
Yeah, I assume that's what we're doing now. We haven't got actually left yet.
Or is it too late?
No, you haven't. You can discuss it.
Well, we kind of did discuss it because it was what happens when we land. But yeah,
Yeah.
part of that is where are we landing?
As
So we know
close
it's
as
a
we
cave.
can to the entrance.
Okay. Did you see what the terrain is like outside this cave?
No,
No.
we've not been over there yet, but there may be, like, we'll have to investigate once we get round there, but like, we'll need to find somewhere to land, and if there's nowhere to land that giant eagles or an allosaurus or whatever will fit, then you'll have to adapt it
Yeah.
to something that will
Okay.
fit.
Okay. Okay. Let me just look up smaller birds.
Good God, why?
7 pigeons.
Transform
So
them
many
into
birds!
What's happening?
Right, let's fly there.
Yeah.
And then if we need to change into other birds, we can change into something like crows. Or
Giant what?
whatever. Because we can do a flyby so you guys can jump off.
I said it as a joke, but legit ducks, because there's water there.
Agreed.
We're going to a cave underneath a waterfall, which is likely going to be raised from the ground. It's probably not going to be on the water level.
Aim to land outside the cave as long as it's safe. If you can see that it doesn't look safe, land further away. Because you don't want to lose those temp HP when you're flying.
When you're carrying one of us.
That
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, we don't lose
TPK.
our passenger either.
Yeah. So yeah, if it looks clear, try and get as close as you can to the cave. And if we find out we can't fit in the cave, then I'll make an executive decision to turn us into something else at the time.
And if it helps, I have parachutes. Only for me.
I'm sorry, what?
It's feather floor, but
Featherfall.
Right.
Oh, haha.
Fantastic. Parachutes.
I was gonna say maybe you should give a parachute to each person who's not a bird.
How many people can I have up to feather floor? Up to 5 falling creatures. Everyone gets a parachute.
Wow.
Oh,
Except
Except
for
one.
Morthan.
Except more.
No, mine will go to Morthan.
It's fine. I won't take the parachute because I can wild shape myself.
Mine goes to Morthan.
And then mine goes to Solomon.
It's like
I
got
can-
the
I
a
can wild
secret
shape myself.
phrase or something, otherwise you can
Not
just
something
use
that
it.
can fly. Mm.
Look, I'm the kind of person that will literally use the wild shape factor to my advantage and fly directly at the mountain, so it will kill the wild shape form, and then so I can transform back. Don't tempt me.
Right. Come on.
Let's
Let's.
fly.
Yes?
Right.
Good.
So we land somewhere safe if we can.
I'll give Solomon my thing because I have a backup spell if I need it.
Sure.
Alright. Cool. You most of you turn into giant eagles with parachutes on somewhere.
I imagine it's much like our armor. Hopefully, it will come back.
Hold it in your feet or
Ah.
something.
That is not useful for a parachute.
And then put it on when you need it.
Right, so you're gonna put the parachute on, then turn into an eagle. That makes sense. And not the other.
Yes. It melds into your new shape. So
Cool.
when you meld back because you've lost your HP, you'll have a parachute.
Yay. So there's 4 giant eagles.
Yeah.
And then you two strapped to them. Yeah.
Yeah?
Cool.
I will get
Okay.
down as low as possible for Silver to be able to get on and try be as gracious as possible.
She's not gracious, but she'll get on. I'll give a shit about being gracious.
Oh yeah, I'm not expecting you to do anything. It's literally just so you don't have to try and climb up the side of the goddamn bird by pulling my sodden feathers out.
That is fair.
All right. I am putting. I just realized I don't have. Token.
My backup for if I have to fall will be changing spells to a different concentration one. So yeah, if I fall or whoever I'm riding falls, everyone land.
Or
And
you
you've
can
got
just
parachutes.
wild
It's fine.
shape.
It's fine. I'll just save myself. I've got
Okay,
parachutes.
parachutes.
And I
Let's
believe
fly.
I can
Okay.
fly paper something that flies, can I?
Let us go.
Okay. Okay. Right. Only those. So I'm gonna move you onto the map, and only those who can speak should speak. And you will have tokens, and hopefully you can move them. The ones who can move tokens will move tokens.
We play like a really bad game of, when someone's blindfolded and they can't see. So no one's
Yeah.
got their ears covered. And then we got to work on a very simple task.
Yeah. It's not that bad. Like, it's not that in depth. Right, you guys should be able to move your tokens.
Do I need to bring my token out?
No, you are
Yeah.
not in control.
Oh, because I'm flying on someone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's more fun.
I think can I ride Dallin?
I'm sure you could. He can't speak. He's an eagle. He would very much like that.
Oh no, I take it back.
It's funnier that you can't.
Ah!
Shut up.
Is that him?
Okay. Right, so guys, put yourselves where you're gonna land. Can you move your tokens?
Yes, we can. How fast moving is this water?
It's pretty fast.
Okay.
Besides the entrance to the cave, can we see that at all?
Do a perception check.
I will do it. My -1.
Can I do that as well, since we're landing next to the cave and trying to find it?
A 12. Not bad.
You're an eagle, you can't talk.
I'm
Oh.
not talking to the party, am I? I'm talking to the DM, the god of the skies.
Also, as an eagle, your perception is +4. Oh wait, no, is that one of the ones you retain?
My perception is much
Yes.
lower as an eagle.
What does perception use? Wisdom. Yeah, you keep your own wisdom score.
I thought you had the eagle's perception.
So, because you keep
It's a
your
physical. eyes.
alignment. In,
Yeah, you don't keep your skills though. You keep your mental intelligence, but you don't keep the.
and perception is your way of interpreting what you see.
Literal eyes? Okay. I mean, okay.
Because there's
I also-
vision and sight, but then perception is how you interpret it.
But you are looking. If you were a bat, I would say no, you couldn't do that.
Exactly. That's advantage as well because I'm an eagle. That's good
Why is it advantage?
because eagles have keen vision. So that is a 20.
Cool. And a +4, 21.
Yeah.
Oh no, you got one. You got a +1 there.
Yeah,
Nope.
yeah. I rolled a 1.
Yes, 20. You
And
did.
I rolled a 16.
Natural 1. 20. You can't quite see. No, you could probably see that it's a bit darker there. As in, probably couldn't see it, but it's darker.
Awesome. Then I will land there.
Okay.
As Guy
The two
lands,
that can speak, yeah.
I'll turn him into a saber-tooth tiger. Poof.
Cool.
I can't see where the cave is because I rolled 12.
You didn't know. You could not see it.
Oh, should I? I'll do it because then I can maybe point to Dallin where to go.
And also, where are you again? Oh, look, there's a little actual.
I got a 12 perception.
No,
Okay.
can't see it either.
I'm just gonna say Solomon. I think it's best to land the Gee. I can't see anyone else to land.
Poof. Saber-tooth snow leopard.
You large.
Yes. And Morthon as well. Poof. Saber-tooth snow leopard.
Thought he was a ox.
Oh yeah, that one. The auroch. The Taurus.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Can I make you a bit smaller?
Has Dalan done a perception check yet? If he hasn't, then I'll nudge him to be like, "Where should we go?" I can't see anywhere good to land.
What do your eagle eyes see? Soft 20.
Then yeah, you see the same thing. That Guy did. You can see like there's a bit of it's darker behind that there waterfall.
Is there room there for large creatures?
You are unaware.
Well, we would be aware if we start landing there.
Yes.
Oh no, there's no room.
Well, where you are now,
Okay.
yeah, you can land there.
Wherever you want to go. And then once you land, I'll turn you into the Allosaurus.
Boo.
Ben wanted me to turn him into a rhino. He's a horny bastard.
Wanted to turn you into a rhino. Because of all your goddamn horn.
Are we all landed now?
I don't know, Phil. Have you landed?
Pick a place to land and land.
Literally, we're like, are you landing there? Yeah, you've landed.
If everyone is heading down that way, then
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we
Because
go.
Boo, Allosaurus.
because Mistral's been talking to you the whole time.
I could talk. I was an eagle.
I know, but you can move yourself. Fuck me. Oh Lord.
Now that everyone's landed, he's going to start slowly making his way to where he thinks the entrance is. He's going to do stealthy to stealth as well.
Yeah, I've had your stealth roll.
Yeah, they're meant to be good at stealth, but he's really bad. He's still wearing flip flops.
A tiger with flip flops. Oh Lord.
What are the flip flop flops? Because there's 4 feet.
Yeah. Flip flop flop. Flippity flip flop. It's a part of his soul. He can't just take them off.
I finally thought we got through one episode where I was going to get one good title. One. And now it's going to have to be flip. And now it's going to have to be flip, flip, flop, flop. Oh, I got so close.
Oh my
God.
Okay.
How deep does the water look?
Give me a second, I'm clipping.
Not as deep as my despair.
Alright. Okay,
And I
done
got
that.
snorkeling gear as well.
Put that for later. Got that. Okay. Question. What?
I got
How
waterfall
deep is the
down.
water?
How deep is your love? Deep. Very deep. Especially there, it's very, very deep. Less deep, like there and there, but like, yeah, in the middle. Deep. This is the biggest waterfall. In.
Can I do a perception to see that
Saricos.
for myself as well? Perception or nature or something.
Yeah, perception.
Because then, if I can see that, I'll relate it to the others. Perception. 13.
Yeah, you can see this deep.
And I'll point that out to everyone else, so we're all on the same page.
Katgi will look to Mistral and just go, just exhale through the nose quite sharply and back up like 10, 20 feet and prepare to run at this waterfall. Like,
Okay.
you can see him starting to rear up like a cat is about to like pounce.
Wheelie
So
bump.
if you wish to say anything to stop him, now is the time. If not, he's gonna go in like 10 seconds.
No, it seems like a solid plan to me.
I just realized also that look at the size of these trees. Probably a lot bigger than you should be.
It's fine, we're big cats.
Yeah.
And then he will charge and leap for the hole he can see.
Sure. Do an athletics check, please.
Do cats with skills in athletics?
No.
So that's just a +2 and a d20. Cool.
Ignore this massive fucking
Oh, it's a more than.
boy.
A 7.
A
Oh.
7.
Yep.
Oh no.
You kind of you don't even reach the waterfall, dude.
I just
No.
straight into the water.
I know. Cat in water.
Cat in the water. Yeah, and it's pretty rough down there. Yeah.
Are we gonna lose Brother Gee to a goddamn waterfall?
Yeah. Maybe.
No, it's fine. I will turn you into a water creature now once I double check the size.
That works too, I guess.
That's huge.
I forgot what my map looks like.
Feel free
We should
to
check.
carry on with other people's things like simultaneously if you want.
Yeah. Guy, if you want to try and swim out there, you can do
Under shark. 40 feet swimming speed.
you're now a
Also
shark.
He thinks to himself, sighs underwater, and then tries to find a way into the. Is it elevated? The entrance to the thing.
You also have 30
Yes.
foot of blind sight now as well.
Oh shit! Is that how high up from the water is it elevated?
Like it's like a 20 foot.
How deep is the water underneath me?
Pretty deep.
I'll try and fucking dolphin out of the water into the hole.
Okay. Do an
just turn you into a
athletics
dolphin.
check.
Your boy doesn't have hands. This is what can he do?
No, athletic check.
It's a +4. He's a strong shark.
The dumbest shit.
16.
That's 16. Okay. Well, like you managed to get like up a little bit, but the power of the water just sort of pushes you back down again. But you do see the entrance of the cave, like while you're doing all that.
Cool.
I have an idea. Poof. Plesiosaurus. Because it also has 20-foot walking speed. As opposed
Is
to the
that
shark.
large?
Zero. Large, yeah.
Okay.
It's basically, yeah, it's same swim speed as a shark, but it's also got 20-foot walking speed. So if you manage to actually get out of the water, you won't be fucked.
I'm imagining that both me and Morthon are basically sat on the edge, just did the whole cat thing, just watching this happen. Just
You can only see water.
no, I saw you jump out and miss,
That's true.
and then I saw you turn into a
Morthan-
shark and miss.
Morthan is licking his butt. does like a shrug.
Delan is somewhat concerned, but also like constantly distracted by like
His own reflection.
it's just like looking at his
Tiny arms.
his little allosaur hands. Like
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Better idea.
Let's Silver.
Right.
Let's Silver
What
go.
does Seb, what do you have an idea?
While this is happening, can I climb up to the top and start fabricating like a dam to block off the waterfall?
Absolutely.
I'm a cat. I can't say shit.
I mean, I'm gonna have like a trip fin so I can take down the dam at the same time, like a pole string. But just to let us into the cave.
Guy is now a giant toad. 40-foot swim speed, 20-foot walking speed, standing leap. You can jump. 20-foot high jump. No, 20-foot long jump and 10-foot high jump without a running start.
He is experiencing whiplash.
I'm gonna tell Solomon what I'm doing just so you can prepare to jump across the things.
Guy, jump out of the water.
He jumps out of the water and then jumps back into the hole. He will keep doing this.
Okay.
Okay. Guy, you are a giant toad.
Rabbit.
Yes. Still a large
Right.
creature.
Croak.
do an athletics roll for me, please.
I have a standing long jump, so I can jump up to 20 foot.
Sure.
So I don't know if that makes any difference.
No.
Probably not.
Okay.
You can jump straight in if you do good enough roll.
The athletics is the strength needed to get through.
Past the water.
Wow.
I rolled a 2, so that's a 4.
Yep. That's not
That's
going to
fine.
cut
You
it.
can stay in frog form and keep trying that.
Keep trying.
I will.
Cool.
Yeah. Everyone else who's an animal, nudge me if you want to be also a frog to try and just leap in.
No, I'm quite all right, thank you.
Okay, Silver. You're gonna build your dam.
I'm gonna climb up to the top because I got a climb speed.
Yeah.
And I'm going to build. Where's the best place to build a dam? I
Cool.
feel like
So-
probably here. Yeah,
Where to? Sorry.
right at the top.
Okay, cool. So as you are climbing up the side of the waterfall, you get close enough to glance in, and you can see there is like a way to just climb across rather than go through the waterfall.
Oh. Look at the tools in my hand, sigh, and come back down. But there's a
No one else
climbing.
saw it, Sylvie. You can still do it if you really want it.
You know, Silver's really fucking intelligent. That
Yeah.
might be so like wisdom based. She sees an
Wisdomous.
obvious point. She will go in and take a point. But like, there's a point up there. Just climb through.
Okay.
Rip it.
Oh.
With
Aye,
that,
aye.
Silver's gonna
I
start
think that
climbing.
was frog for very well. Once Guy's back on land, I will transform him back into a saber-toothed tiger.
Okay.
Having finally let the only other sensible one that I trust in the party at this point actually establish what the hell we need to do, I'm just going to walk up behind Silver and just... And just walk, and then just continue walking into the cave.
Stand that too.
I'll stay behind everyone else so that I can see if they need to communicate or something.
Well, is there space for an allosaur to walk in, or do I need to be human-sized?
It's more about whether you need climbing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not. I mean, I'm not exactly a paleontologist, but I don't think they were up
No,
for bouldering at the weekends.
It's more like a shuffle climb thing across and down. So you need arms or.
I need my hands. Yeah.
Okay.
Soz.
One moment, caller. Let me just cycle through my brain repertoire of animals I've ever seen.
Animals.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I have a suggestion, but I don't know whether it's a good suggestion.
What's your suggestion?
I mean, slugs can climb walls, all right?
Okay, we're not doing that.
Giant spider.
Just
We're not doing that.
Giant spider.
Nope.
Just climb up, and then you can be back and to be an allosaur afterwards.
All right. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna do it.
Uh-oh.
Whoop.
Ooh.
Whoa!
There
Is
we
this what
go.
we see inside?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So essentially, you go up and across, and there's an entrance there.
Okay.
Whoop.
Deep is the water.
So the water, when you get here, is up to knee height on an average. So if you're 6 foot, it's up to knee height.
How
And
dark is it inside?
it's dim light on the inside.
Would I have been able to climb up, or do I need to roll anything? To climb?
No, if you take your time, you should be good to do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna move you onto another map.
Oh.
And this is where you're at. You are coming in through this way.
Ooh.
And so all this is knee height water.
Knee height to who?
Knee height to the 6-footers.
So like.
So yeah.
for everyone else.
So waist height for you two. Yeah. I went with the average. But yes, I think this is what you see when you get in, and I think that's where we're gonna end it for tonight. You
Okay.
got in there, yay!
Did it? We only did marginally dumb shit.
I mean, it was only me doing dumb shit. It's fine.
Yeet.
That was very funny.
I like being able
I'm
to
glad
just change your forms based on what you need.
Guy is experiencing whiplash.
I have clipped them. They're ready and waiting for me to edit. But yeah. Yes. So next week we're gonna start with you actually entering the cave. Yay!
Yay!
And to recap, Dallin is currently a giant spider.
Right.
Solomon, Guy, and Morthan are saber-toothed tigers, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna leave Dallin as a spider because it's got dark vision.
Spider climb.
It's got dark vision and blind sight. And it can fucking climb.
Okay, I am a giant spider.
None
Yeah.
of the cats can see. None of the cats have dark vision.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yep. For some reason, in 5e, cats don't have dark vision.
Cats
Mm.
are
Any
real.
of them.
Oh.
Even though it specifically says in the backseat, it takes off the cat and has dark vision.
Yeah, it's odd.
Yeah.
Sadly, I can vent parachutes in snorkeling gear, but I haven't got a light, so it's not gonna happen.
Oh, that's the point.
He does. In his fur somewhere. Tucked away.
What?
Wah, wah.
Dark vision, so I never needed it.
That's fair. All right. Cool. Yeah, that's where we're gonna leave it tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed.
We did.
I hope everyone
at home enjoyed too.
Ridiculousness. Oh God.
Shenanigans indeed.
That's the
cat on
most
the
fun I've
stream.
had
Yes.
Heard us
in a
talking about
while without
cats.
getting into combat.
What's that?
That's the most fun I've had for a while without getting into combat.
Oh, good.
Yay!
Good. Changing
Poof!
people into
Poof!
And now you're this. Now you're this. Now you're this.
Fuck, shark didn't work. Toad! I see what you're trying to do there. Therefore, Toad.
Oh God. All right, cool. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah, if you want more silliness, then we'll be back next week to figure out, to watch these guys do some
dumb
weird
stuff.
shit.
And
Yeah.
Seb to suffer in silence.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, we are back on Wednesday for Rapid Riders. Where we are. Oh yeah, we are also in the caves
Oh God.
in there as well.
It's all in the dark.
All in the
We're-
dark.
But we're hitting a big milestone on Wednesday.
50.
Episode
It's
50.
episode 50.
We're not playing Rapid Riders on Wednesday.
What?
The
Check
messages.
the Rapid Riders Discord channel.
God damn it!
I thought we were.
It has literally
what?
happened. It's literally happened in the last 7 minutes.
Okay. Never mind then, we're not doing that.
No.
Okay, we'll see you next Monday.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, there you go. We can stay in Bath for a bit longer. Yay. Okay. But yeah, we'll see you next Monday then. Fine. Yeah. Yeah. Does anyone want to say anything?
Love you.
Hey.
Brother Gee. Thank you, Doran.
I can say the same as last time, which is, again, please continue to support the Open D&D movement. Just because we are progressing in the correct direction does not mean we have by any means won at this point. We are far away from actually being at a point of desirable effect. The current look of the license, while it may appear to be good, it is mostly an attempt on their behalf to get the same things through that they wanted to anyway, under fluffier, nicer language.
But it's not as bad, so we'll sign it anyway.
No.
Well, no, sarcasm.
No.
If you haven't already, you should sign this at this link. It's an
Yes,
open
please.
letter expressing that we're not
Anger.
pleased. Over 77,000 people have signed it, which is quite something. And I don't have the link, but there's also a change.org one, so why not do that while you're at it? Why not?
We did some tarot reading at the start of the stream, and I think you guys enjoyed it. I definitely want to read Minstrels off stream now. In a minute, I need to know. And yeah, if you did enjoy that, that is going to be in the Ritual Spellbook and Witch class book that we've got, which is the link there. Yes, we really are going to close it.
We will at some point.
We will.
We'll just keep writing stuff for it, and
yeah. We should actually close it. We should close it. We'll close it. We'll this week. We'll do. We're saying that all the time, but we will. We actually will.
How about we close it on the last day of this month, which is 7 days away.
Sure.
Yes.
The end of January.
Then we can.
That's a
then
good.
we can be like during the show. We can be like, "Hey, it's the last day." Blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Just like that.
Exactly,
We're good salespeople.
Yes.
Yes.
Good. All right. Cool.
Do you know what else ends on the last day of this month? Our January sale on our Etsy store.
On our Etsy store and on our website is 20% off physical and digital stuff. But yes, I've started a raid, Philip.
Okay, get this last one in. There we go. That's the shop.
Where are we going? Who are we raiding?
We are going to raid late to the show, who are, I believe, doing some more in homebrew stuff, I think.
Cool.
Creativity, indeed.
Creating worlds. They're not started yet. They're going to start in a minute. But yes, we will see you guys soon. Phil, if you just to the screen. But yeah, we'll see you guys soon. We'll see you next week. Love you guys.
We'll see you soon, guys.
Bye.